All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, we the brothers out here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Back at you again with another live lesson through the Spirit. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to our Lord Yahweh. And also double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS, the great millstone, who've been ruling and teaching well for many, many years. Salutations to all you brothers out there in the four corners of the globe, call Akim, that push this word out in truth and sincerity, week in and week out. And you brothers and your sisters out there that may be listening and learning, how much can y'all continue to be God's wisdom and understanding as we get closer to the end. And earlier today, brothers, we went into the book of Obadiah on our own. And we're just gonna go through the times. I mean, basically, this man's the devil, and there's a prophecy on him, which basically is to show him that this man is through. All right, that the Lord ain't dealing with him. Okay, he's dealing with him only for a certain period of time. But ultimately, everybody got their eye on this man, the Edomites. Okay, all right, the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right, and his time is up. He's the ruler of the earth right now. All right, the Lord got him. The Lord got him sitting good, sitting as a king right now. He can do whatever he wants. But ultimately, the Lord's going to use him as the ultimate example, just like he did with Pharaoh. Okay, same situation. You're gonna basically build him up just to take him down. Okay, and all right. So I'll go. All right, I'll go ahead and start it. And
you start at the top. We'll go through the whole chapter, Lord, as well.
Yeah, kind of. That's what I was thinking. So, the book of Obadiah. All right, and Obadiah. This is a very, very small book. It's only one chapter, and a lot of people don't even know that this book exists. A lot of people, they never heard of it. They think, they'll think, is that one of the hidden books? No, it's in the Bible. All right, it's a very prominent book in the Bible. It's very short, but it's to the point. Here it is, Obadiah, the first verse, starting at the top. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, and in Edom, all right, that's a nation. All right, that's a nation on the earth that still stands today. In Edom, okay, which stems from the progenitor, which will be the man Esau. Okay, going back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, two nations were in the womb. Esau was one, and Jacob was the other. The Israelites came from Jacob, and the Edomites came from Esau. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so this is concerning Edom, and we know Edom to be the so-called white man. We can break this down. You're going to see that this applies to him.
Yep.
Concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise against her in battle. Okay, and you can speak whenever you're ready, bro.
Yeah, I got a precept real quick. Just to preface, this is where we're just going to keep going into, but let's read it. Let's hear what the rumor is, all right? Because it says that we have heard a rumor from the Lord. This is Jeremiah 49, and I'll start at 10. Jeremiah 49:10 says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered the secret places." And the point is in 14, though, about the rumor, which this is the rumor, okay? It says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered the secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." All right, so the Lord is making this nigga exposed. Now it's very evident to see who Esau Edom is, okay? Because the Lord's making him bare. He's exposing his. Verse 11. Well, let me just jump down because I just want. I'll keep reading. Fuck it. In verse 11, leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So this is the rumor. All right, what you think you're not gonna? Oh shit, this nigga think like in high school, the rumors going around. Oh, this nigga think he ain't finna get whacked. He think he gonna be cool. Nah, man, you think you're gonna go unpunished? It says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So that's the rumor. Just like you hear rumors of wars. Oh, this country beefing with that country and whatnot. Wait, the Lord got a beef with you, Esau. It's verse 13. Go ahead.
Because it said that those that what did it say? Those that were supposed to drink in the cup drank of it, right? Basically, Israel drank in the cup. All right, who's the Israelites? The Israelites, who you would call today, so-called, Negroes in America and all over the world. your Latinos, your Hispanics, Native Americans, okay, the Indios. Oh, those are the Israelites. Nobody really talks about that. Okay, those are actually the lost tribes of Israel. Okay, and guess what? They drink in that cup. That cup is that cup of affliction. Okay, that's slavery. When slavery. Okay, hardcore slavery. What other nation went into hardcore slavery like the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American? Name a nation. All right, I know nations been in slavery before, but I'm talking about like we went in slavery. Name a nation.
Never like us. Never like us. Nobody was ever pillaged out of their own land, raped, robbed, and murdered. And then destroyed their heritage. Everybody still knows. They can at least trace their lineage back thousands of years. They know who they are biblically, except for us.
Lost. But go ahead, bro.
Verse 13, Jeremiah 49:13 says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh." And again, we were reading in the book of Obadiah about the rumor. Okay, so this is the rumor that I was talking about. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste." So that's what's coming. But here's the point, to back it up, that first verse in Obadiah, it says, "I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen." So where do you think Obadiah got it from? It says, "Saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle." Come against America ultimately. But who's America being horsed by, man? Or who runs America? It's the Edomites. Okay, and then the rest of the beast is gonna fall with America, of course. The Edomites, period, are gonna fall. But there's it is, man. That the Lord said to gather the nations against this hope. Okay, but go ahead. You can go back to Obadiah now.
Khan. It says, and again, this is still in the first verse. It says, "An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised." Edomites. Okay. At this and here you can fast forward to today, 2022, where we're at right now. And it seems like everybody's starting to catch on now. When I say everybody, we're talking about these other nations, these heathen nations. All right, they're starting to catch on about this man. He's bad to do business with. Okay, you look at the American and basically the Western Edomites, and then you got these other nations. They're like, they're doing business with the Western Edomites, and then what do they do? A lot of them going to do business with the Eastern Edomites. Basically the Russians. Okay, but it's all Edomites at the end of the day.
The whore or her, that her is referring to, all right, because it said come up against her, it is referring to America, the prized possession of Edom, his chief city, if you will, Basra. Okay, and keep reading, because really this is the report. Obadiah is getting this report from Jeremiah, and then we'll go back to that Jeremiah 49 though. But keep reading. You can read up a couple, go up to like 6, and then we'll jump back to Jeremiah 49.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and stop me. All right. Verse 2, it says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?"
Right. This is nigga that whose habitation is high. He's the first person. Edomites were the first people to go into the space. They were the first ones to build the high sky rises. They were the first ones to take flight. Okay, and then spiritually as well, this is their kingdom, man. They're on high, if you will. Okay, they try to be as the Most High, and where's the Most High? Well, in the heavens, man. Okay, and that's what this nigga is trying to portray himself to be as. Okay, but he's actually made these accomplishments. All right, and that's why he's so proud, saying, "Who gonna bring me down?" Shit, here it is. I can go to the heavens. I can do this. I can do that. I can create all these things. I have the earth in my hand. So who gonna take me down? Then that's who you know. I mean, if you think that's any other nation than the so-called white man, you're an idiot. Because no other nation fits this characteristics, okay, or the track record, the history of what Esau, Edom would do. Go ahead.
And real quick, I'll just get a precept. in the book of in the New Testament, 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, starting at the 3rd verse, it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first," which happened already, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the son of
destruction.
Verse 4, who
the man of
sin. Say again.
It said the man of sin.
The man of sin has been revealed. All right.
Hey, remember when Miriam turned pale, as white as snow? Aaron said, "Laid not this sin upon her." Yeah, who's the man of sin then? Pale face, snowflakes.
You got to put it together, guys. You got to put it together, man. Bible makes it easy for you. Who opposeth and exalteth himself. Y'all got to listen. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power.
Mm-hmm.
It says God, or that is worshipped, so that he is, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay, who's and we can and we're gonna go back to Obadiah, and it talks about what we just read, where it said, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee; thou hast that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high." Okay, and what did he say? He says, "That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" So this man is pride. You can find this man in the highest parts of the city. All right, the chief places of the city, because again, Basra, what you could liken America onto that. Okay, that prideful city of Esau. This man owns every corner, every block in the United States, and basically all over the world, because he got the fatness of the earth. Okay, whose habitation is high. This man is in the high towers. You got skyscrapers touching the clouds. Okay, this man's flying planes, jets. He's in the atmosphere. He's in space. Okay, it says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord."
Mm-hmm. And that's what he did. He put he got space stations. He got military weapons up there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and he actually doing what are commercial flights up to space now, man. If you got enough money to do pay for it, you can take it right up. Like this nigga, what's his name? The dude from the commercials, Star Trek nigga. I forgot his name is. You know what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about the funny dude.
Yeah. Will
Shatner.
Yeah. God, he went up to space and shit. Come on, man. Who's affording all these things, and who's setting them up, man? Or who created that technology? Okay. So let me go back real quick to well, hold on. Yeah, let me go here back to Jeremiah 49 and verse 15. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." So again, this pretty much is words for words what the prophets are speaking. But verse 16, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh." Shit, yeah, I can't get it, but hey, you got your phone right there. See if you can get that verse in the NLT.
Con, I got you.
Get that in the NLT, that verse right there, 16.
What was the verse again?
There's Jeremiah 49 and 16.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you see how it was worded a little differently from Obadiah. Jeremiah broke it down a little better there. But yeah, get the NLT.
So this is an NLT. All right, so it's a little easier to understand. Jeremiah 49 and 16, it says, "You have deceived by the fear." Let me read it again. "You have been deceived by the fear you inspire in others and by your own pride."
And that's called terrorism. Because what is terrorism? It's called government intimidation, fear tactics that the government uses. And that's the fear that they've installed into people. But that's deceiving them, because it's pride. It's making them proud. Look at all these people we getting with our agenda. But in reality, that's the Most High. The deceive and the deceiver is the Lord's, man. So the Lord's using you to deceive these people, but at the same time, you being deceived because you doing it, but you getting so powerful because you don't know who to give the power to. So you think it's of yourself. So that's why Esau's so damn proud because ultimately he don't believe in the Most High. He's a demon at the end of the day. But then again, they do. Because they believe in Satan. But nonetheless, the pride is what's deceiving them. All right, because they're so pompous, man.
Because again, go back into Second Thessalonians. He thinks he's God now. All right, he's trying to put himself on the level of God. So yeah, he believes in a higher power, but it's like
he thinks he can do better. He thinks he can do better.
That's why you see him he's messing with the animals, messing with nature. I'll make you bionic arms. You inject this in. He
sex robots, GMOs. He got sex robots, GMOs, metaverse, all of this artificial shit. He even calls it artificial intelligence, all right? Artificial flavoring, artificial this, artificial that. Okay, synthetic this. All right, his whole industry on the pharmacia is what? It's synthetic. Is a copy of what the Lord already made, but in his form, pill form. Okay, there's herbs of the earth, and then there's pills. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's Esau. That's him trying to say, look, I can do it better. GMO food, same thing. Splicing genes, same thing. Yep. So on and so forth, man.
And building habitats and taking down habitat, like you said, with the pills and everything. The scriptures tell you not to abhor the herbs, basically. And
a wise man shall not abhor the herbs.
Right, a wise man will not do that. But what is a regular Babylonian going to do? He's going to go right to Walgreens.
Yeah, right? Tylenol. Aspirin and what do they call it?
Benadryl.
A Benadryl, yeah. And a Zanny to top it off with a Zanny.
Oh yeah, you got to put some hard on top of that. Yeah. By a month or a couple of years later, you taking all these pills and everything. Now you get an ulcer. Yep. Okay, your stomach, you coughing up blood. You don't know what's wrong with you. You got migraine.
You're addicted. Yeah, you got addicted to the drugs. Now you're fiending for the fucking. The herbs don't do that to you. You don't get hooked on garlic or hooked on turmeric or hooked on horseradish. Would you imagine that? You got to. If you do, then you might have a demon on you. You know what I'm saying? You're eating ginger every fucking day throughout the day. You just eating ginger. Which is good for you, but all things in moderation, like that. But the point is, you don't get addicted to the herbs, but you will get addicted to them synthetics that he gives you.
Absolutely,
it's a poison, and it's a hook. Yep.
This man's a witch. He's a warlock. All right, he does everything opposite of what the Lord wants us to do on the earth. Oh, he said, don't be a witch. Oh, he puts witchcraft on every single corner in your boulevard.
Yep.
Okay? There's a Walgreens across from a CVS. What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back here, I'll finish reading that in the NLT. Jeremiah 49:16 again. It says, "You have been deceived by the fear you inspired in others by your own pride." Like you said, terrorism. It says, "You live in a rock fortress and control the mountain heights."
Ooh, the mountain heights, which is ultimately the kingdoms, okay, the governments. But what he actually controls as the eagle, controlling from above, because he got them satellites up there. He got the shit, the planes and the drones up there. He literally controlling like disguised as an eagle. Because what is an eagle? Why is the eagle the apex predator? It's because he flies the highest, and that's Esau Edom.
It says, you live in a rock fortress and control the mountain heights. But even
the rock fortress, real quick, even the rock fortress, all these military bases, these Mount Cheyenne and the deep underground military bases. But what he builds his buildings with concrete rocks. He make rock and skyscrapers of that. And then you go to the infrastructure that he's always been using since Petra. Okay, to the Caucasus Mountains, to the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire. All right, throughout all the other Edomite, the rest of the 7 heads. Okay, and then ultimately here in America, same architecture, man. And now look, the Empire State's full of what? Concrete, like Bob Marley said it himself, concrete jungle. Go ahead though.
Right, you live in a rock fortress and control the mountain heights. But even if you make your nest among the peaks of the eagles, with the eagles, I will bring you crashing down.
Ooh, crashing down, nigga. Mayday, mayday. This nigga's coming crashing down. I beheld Satan cast down as lightning, man. This nigga's coming crashing down. Emergency landing, nigga. No survivors. You know what I'm saying? Catastrophic failure. This nigga's crashing, man. And his satellites are literally his satellites are literally gonna come crashing down. His missiles are gonna come crashing down. Right? His kingdom is crashing down. You know.
So many ways you can look at it, because it's gonna be it's gonna be a physical a fall of Babylon. The scripture says that it's gonna fall by violence. Okay, so all his whole infrastructure, man, from the space satellites the brother just mentioning, them things are gonna. You think after the kingdom of heaven's established, some satellites are still gonna be floating around the earth? Hell no.
It's like the you know how Saturn and Uranus is what else? Jupiter rings. Got rings. Yeah, that's what the rings of Earth are. Those satellites, man, man-made rings.
Disgusting.
So who knows what those rings really are out there? But nonetheless, you know, this nigga, he got all that shit got to come crashing down, and it's gonna be landing. Who knows? Most of them are probably gonna land in America to keep the add more fuel to the fire. And then the ones that don't land in America are gonna be landing around the earth, man, killing niggas. You know, because there's a lot of satellites out there, man, thousands, and they've been testing, crashing them into the ocean. So it's not impossible for them to come down. You know, shit, they test them and crash them into the ocean, man. Probably every day for all we know, shit.
Yeah, right. Who really knows? The ocean's vast. You know, and he knows what he's doing. He does things behind closed, you know, in secret. You know, he might be crashing stuff over there in Antarctica and all types of stuff. This man is doing, this messing stuff up. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know, this is all going to come to a screeching halt. The Lord said it's going to come. I'll read that last part again. It says, I will. What did it say? But even if you make your nest among the peaks with the eagles, I will bring you crashing down, says the Lord. And that's in Jeremiah 49 and 16 in the NLT. In plain English, the Lord said he's going to make Edom, he's going to bring Edom crashing down. All his stuff. Okay. Ain't nothing going to be left of him. And we can bring out a ton of scripts, precepts backing that up.
Yeah. Well, shit, read the next two verses in there too, the NLT.
Right.
See what it says, how they break it down.
Bet.
Yeah, read 17 to 18, then we'll go back to Obadiah.
For sure. So Jeremiah 49 and 17 now, and this is in the NLT, so you don't get confused. It says, Edom will be an object of horror.
Also, actually, let me read it in the KJV first, the two verses, and then I'll read it there. All right, so verse 17, Jeremiah 49 and 17 says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Go ahead.
Now let's get down. Let's move it to the NLT, verse 17. This is Jeremiah 49 in the NLT, verse 17. Edom will be an object of horror. You like horror. That, right?
Edom, horror. And where's the chief place of Edom is going to be here in America, man. All right, because this is talking about the destruction of America. America's going to be the desolation, because really Edom is Babylon the Great. This is their chief city. Now, right here, talking about, this chapter is going into the destruction of America, man. All right, what we reading right here? What other places promise to be destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah? It's America. So this is Edom. Is talking about America, okay? Because this is the golden cup of Edom, man. This is their pride. This is where they did the most wickedness. They took it to the extreme here. Their achievements and all this and that. Their cash cow. Okay, this is Edom's prized possession. Okay, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
Edom will be an object of horror. All who pass by will be appalled and will gasp at the destruction they see there.
Ooh. Verse 8. They say, hold on, it said they're gonna be appalled. You ever heard somebody say that? Like, I'm appalled. Like, damn. That's if somebody using that word, they is beyond astonished, man. They're appalled. And they're going to be seeing the destruction. The worlds are going to witness the destruction of America, man. They're going to be mourning. All right, they're going to be feeling the impacts of the destruction of America. All right, it's going to be a bad time, man. It's going to be a bad time. Go ahead, though. Because and what they're going to see too, what's going to be done here in America. See, the Lord is going to bring plagues on this place. You think what's going on overseas is bad? Wait till the Lord really turns it up here, man. He's saving the best for last.
Right. Yeah,
go ahead.
Best for last. You said it. Best for last. Verse 18 in the NLT, it says, "It will be like the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah and their neighboring towns, says the Lord. No one will live there. No one will inhabit it." Okay, so it's very clear that this place is going to be completely obliterated, so that nothing can live here, nothing can grow, nothing can live here. The only thing that's really going to be there is predatory birds. You know, we call them
desert creatures.
Desert creatures. Thank you. You know, lizards and shit. Okay, that's the only thing you're gonna be seeing in the desert.
Yeah, and that's who knows how long that's gonna take for them to migrate in there. You know, they're gonna have to immigrate over there.
Right.
They're not just gonna be popping up out of the woodwork. They gotta you know, they gotta travel from wherever they're coming from.
Right.
You know, or maybe maybe the Lord will put us make the creatures there. We don't know, but nonetheless, this place is gonna be burning for a long time. You know. Go ahead, though.
It's hard to really think about it, but yeah. I mean, the scripture says it in many different places that this place is going to be completely obliterated, and nothing but desert creatures are going to be living here. You want me to read on to, that was it.
That was it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. On that.
I'll go back to Obadiah. So boom, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." And we went into another word for nest too. The nest. I remember Elder Apostle Gabar brought this out years ago. It's a place where you store weapons, and Esau got that. The
dew. It's called the dew. It's the direct energy weapon or something like that.
The dew. Yep. Esau, bro. Verse 5.
And also, real quick, if they can send up those satellites, they can send them satellites up with missiles on them, warheads. And all they gotta do is drop them, drop that warhead, just like it was the same thing. As if they could just store them up there. That's the nest. That's where they put the eggs in the basket, so to say.
There you go. Yeah,
so who knows how many warheads are up there that they don't even got accounted for? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got 6,000 warheads, but you got 3,000 in space, so we don't count those.
It's not all American soil, so you can't count it. Yeah, Esau's very capable. He with the sword, this man is a destruction master. Okay, yep. And then the cool thing about it is that he's gonna get dethroned as the destruction master.
Well, it said he gonna be. What it say in with Jeremiah 49? He gonna come crashing down.
Oh yeah, it said. I'll read it one more time. Was it Jeremiah 49
and 17? Yeah, 16.
It said, you have been deceived by the fear you inspire in others by your own pride. You live in a rock fortress and control the mountain heights. But even if you make your nest among the peaks with the eagles, I will bring you crashing down, say the Lord. So all that's going to be taken down. The Lord is the master of destruction, not you. The Lord made you. The Lord made you to be a destroyer. Okay? He put that spirit on you to do all the hateful things you're doing in this world right now. Yeah. He wants you to do that. It's not of your own power.
And
go ahead, bro.
Real quick, the scriptures say that he created the waster to destroy. That's the thermonuclear missiles. But who made those missiles? Esau, So Esau is the waster to destroy, and he created the waster to destroy. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately was Yahweh Bashim outside, of course. But the Lord created the wicked, and then the wicked created the weapons of mass destruction. He called it that himself, man. Come on.
Weapons of
but but this nigga's Japhet. Yeah, he ain't put. Come on, man.
That don't make no sense, bro. Come on, man. Japhet? He ain't dog. That's not what it is.
It's Yay put. I don't know if you remember that from the LA, the London brothers. The
Oh,
dude,
that's J-Fifth.
yeah, the dude came up talking about the white man was Japheth, but he kept calling it J-Put.
They're like, what? Oh, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. But go ahead. Let me go get something real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, bet that. So, back in the book of Obadiah, it says, in verse 5, it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
All right, so that go ahead.
Oh, con. Yeah. Now you gotta look at Esau. Esau, okay, let me read it again.
Yeah.
It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Because look, this man pillages to a point that there's nothing left. Okay. Whether it be land, whether it be people. Yeah, he's still people. Hey, matter of fact, I got an idea. Let's get it in the get that in the NLT as well too. It says, if these came, and it says the same thing. If these came at night and robbed you, what a disaster awaits you. They would not take everything. Because what? Say your house get robbed, man. They're gonna take every single piece of furniture, every piece of food out of the refrigerator, like every little thing, even the little leftovers in the back of the refrigerator you ain't even eat, and it's just been sitting there for. They ain't gonna take that. They ain't gonna go in your drawers and take out every article of clothing. Okay, nah, they're gonna take some valuable things, of course, and they're gonna get in and they're gonna get out, and what they got, hey, it's still a come up. So what Esau, what's it say? It says they would not. It says those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor, and that's in the law. But your enemies will wipe you out completely. So that's how you know that this man is our enemy, because what he takes till there's nothing left.
Yeah, yep. And that's why the Lord's going to do that unto him. So read that verse again and read the 6th verse, because the brother's saying that's what Esau does, but really it's talking about what the Most High is about to do to him because of what he's been doing. All right, because what he like the brother went into, he don't leave nothing. So what the Lord's going to make him bear now, which is what? Naked, empty. So now the Lord's going to return the favor unto them. Go ahead, though.
It says back in the King James, I'll read it again. It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to. You're supposed to leave thieves where people come in and just take what they needed. Well, so Esau took it to the next extreme, where the Lord is going to take it to the extreme. He's neither root nor branch is going to be left behind. Okay, go to the next verse. Because this is how Esau can be made bare. Like you make a tree that has fruit bare. What does that mean? You took all the fruit off that bitch. You didn't leave nothing. It's bare. It's naked now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Because what does it say in the NLT? It says would they not leave some grapes for the poor? Esau don't do that shit.
Exactly. So the Lord, why would the Lord have mercy on them and leave something left about them, or for them?
You don't deserve it. Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? You want to speak on it?
Yeah, and there you go, man. Because it's the Lord. He's making the bear. He's taking all the grapes. He's the thief coming in. The Lord coming like a thief in the night. And he ain't leaving nothing behind, though. All right, of this society, of Esau's kingdom. And rightfully so, because Esau did the same thing unto the nation of Israel, first and foremost. But he took it to the extreme and did it to the earth itself, man. All the nations on the face of the earth and the earth itself, man. Okay, he don't respect the land Sabbath. This nigga will pump chickens out by the trillions, man. You know how many chickens there must be being born every day under this man's rulership. Like, damn, nigga, how many chicken wings people eat every day? How much chicken patties and all this and cow burgers? Like, where are all these cows and chickens coming from? This nigga he got to be stopped, man.
Bro,
I'm telling you.
That's a good point. Where are all these animals coming from? That is,
right.
This man needs to be stopped. He gotta be stopped, man. How many hamburgers? Bro, there's a McDonald's on every
3 miles, bro.
It's out. And then if there's not a McDonald's, then there's a Burger King, right? There's a Wendy's, right? There's all
the church's chicken.
Yep. Popeyes. All that's there. There's all these animals.
Something selling something to chicken. Even in the gas stations, they sell chicken there. Chicken this, chicken that. Where are they getting all this chicken from? Ask yourself that, man. Even if you go buy organic chicken, whatever that means. Free range chicken, whatever that means.
Organic chicken, though.
What the fuck is going on with this? But you people eat this up, man. But the Lord's making them bear, man. Because first and foremost, he's exposing them. He's bringing them down. And then he's not going to leave nothing, no remnant behind. Again, neither root nor branch, man. So you can't just cut the tree down. You got to pull the goddamn roots out of there and get rid of the roots too, man.
Goddamn white.
That is liable to start growing again, just like cancer. You got to get rid of it.
The whole thing, bro. Otherwise, it's just gonna start growing back again. You're gonna have problems. That's how you got to. When you go, you have to get the treatment. Hey, you got to get the therapy and until it's completely gone, dead. All right. If you leave a little bit left in there, there's a chance that it could continue to grow and become a problem for you and your health. And the same thing here. Where you say you got roaches in your house, you gotta bomb the house, or you got bed bugs or some shit, man. You gotta bomb the house. You know what I'm saying? And if they're still there, they're gonna continue to breed, and it's gonna become an issue. That's how, it's our virus, a germs. That's what this man is likened on to. This man is like a virus to the earth, to all existence, to all life. If this man were to continue on the way he is, he'll be all over the universe.
There would be nothing left.
Nothing left.
There would be nothing left. He wouldn't make it nowhere. It would just be nothing left because he would just go out into space and die out there. He wouldn't make it nowhere. He would die from the radiation or some shit. But it would just, everybody would die. The animals would die. The earth would explode. All the moon would be just nuked. You know what I'm saying?
Worst case scenario.
That's why this nigga's got to be stopped, bro. And it's only through the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai that he can be stopped. Because they were the one that set him up.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no marching in the streets and taking up arms and whatever the hell other niggas talking about. We are just telling you what the Lord is doing and hope for salvation. Pray for mercy and repent, But go back to that Obadiah.
Right. So Obadiah, so we read verse 6. I'll read it again. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" Sorry, that's the text.
Right. So like it's spiritual and physical. Because concerning the grape gatherers, how are his things searched out? How is them grapes searched out? The Lord is searching for that thief. All right, the Lord coming like a thief in the night. He been scoping this farm out. All right, Yahweh Shai been scoping this farm out, man. He's like, "Dad, that's some good grapes over there. I'm gonna take it all," And then he hide his best grapes. Esau, just putting a story so you can understand it. Right. Jake's, somebody you over there scheming. All right, yeah, that's a good farm. Oh, but I see. That's what he keep the good shit over there because he keep it locked up. He trying to hide it, right? Well, the Lord is searching you out, man, with candlesticks. First and foremost, okay, which is what? The word, all right? And that's searching out Israel. But, hey, it gets some to you, Esau. Shit. We first and foremost was sent to tell our people to repent, all right? Be a prophet unto them, but we're a prophet unto the nations, man. We telling you, all you damn heathens, what your judgment is and why. So you have no reason to ask why. We're going to tell you why. Okay, go ahead, though.
One quick precept, Zechariah 5:4. It says, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." And going into the chariots, because the Lord's going to come back, okay? And he's going to come see you. He says, "And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So the Lord's got it, he got it in for you. He's going to enter into the house, man. And we keep reading that, but hey, you're likened unto the thief, and the Lord's going to enter in as a thief as well, too, as said in a few scriptures.
Yeah. Hey, as they say, what goes around comes around. You wanted to be a thief, a murderer. Well, the thief coming not but to steal and to kill, right? That's what the scripture says. Well, guess what? Since that's what you wanted to do, that's what the Lord's coming to do to you. He's coming to kill you and steal from you. Shit, how about that? And really, he's not stealing. He's just taking it back. Taking it back. Okay, go ahead, though.
It says, verse 7. This is Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it in the NLT as well too. It says, all your allies will turn against you.
Ooh, allies. There you go. Just in case you didn't know what confederacy meant.
Mm-hmm.
They broke it down perfectly. Allies. And what is being formed right now? We'll leave it there. Keep going.
Right. Again, this is in the NLT, verse 7 of Obadiah. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Ooh, that's what's going on right now, man. Here it is. They saying, "Oh, we on America's side," but they're behind closed doors. Your allies are plotting against you, you Americans. Okay, go ahead. And that ain't hate speech. That's truth, according to the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
It says, your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it.
They don't even, you ain't even know it.
You ain't know it.
America over there thinking they got allies, when in reality, they making backdoor deals. They just not coming out front with it yet.
Not yet.
As we speak, this is going on, man. As we speak, America's finished. Through. What else Stone Cold say? Through. Finish. You're done. Night.
Night. There it is. And this is going back to what the beast hating the whore. These are your allies, man, and you're fucking them over, bro. All these shitty presidents that you pee on Americans keep putting in power, and you at the end of the day they're elected, they're selected, and put in there by higher elites.
Right, but this is actually going on. It's actually happened. Even though it's all planned. Look, Esau is not the Most High. Even though he pretend to be, it's all the Most High doing this. So the Most High is working these things. And, just like brothers have disagreements sometimes. What, you think Esau's on one accord perfectly? Come on, man. They be beefing with each other. Shit. Like, this motherfucker, they might tell this nigga puppet to do something, go out there on TV and say something, and the nigga say a complete opposite thing. Now they got to kill him. And all whatever. This ain't nothing new from Esau. But what now? His other nations, these the beast nations, are like brother just quoted, pursuing the Revelation chapter 17. The beast is starting to hate the whore, man. And look, that's the beautiful explanation for it. What was that? Obadiah, chapter verse 7, right? That's where you at. Verse 7. It said that the allies and they're doing things behind their back. Come on, man. If that you can't understand what's going on, look at the news and you can't see this and link up the prophecies with it, then you're an idiot. And you're gonna die with America, man. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, God, bro. Verse 8, Obadiah, verse 8 in the King James. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Right, they ain't got the answers, Sway. Their wisdom is running out. The Lord gave them a wisdom for a time being to create them weapons of mass destruction and prosper the world in this technology age and the metaverse, and to set up his new world order, all right, which is the image of the beast, all right? That's why people got to worship the beast, his image, and receive his mark. Lord allowed them to get to this point, and now there's no more wise men. They're all idiots. They have no answers because who they go to get this from? Satan. And Satan... They probably having a hard time reaching Satan right now, man. He died. He He keep ghosting them and shit. Here they set up the table with the 13 chair and they know will pop up and shit. They're like, damn. Then they start fighting amongst each other. Yo, you saw you through, man. That's why you just go through. Go ahead.
Some lower level demon in his place.
Yeah. A gremlin out of the sewers come out just to fuck with Esau and shit.
We're laughing at you, Esau, because we can clearly see what the Lord is doing to you, and it is playing right into the prophecies written within the Bible, and that's why this gives us comfort because we need the Heavenly Father to intervene, and that's how it's ultimately going to go down because we can't take you down. You got the weapons, you got everything, you got the fatness of the earth, you got it with the sword.
Yeah, right? That's like the brother said. He got the sword, but guess what? We got the word, which is sharper than any two-edged sword. So what's good?
What's up,
dog? You ain't got nothing better than what we got. We got something that's sharper than any two-edged sword. We got something that's stronger than nuclear missiles. How about that? These words right here are stronger than nuclear missiles. How about that? Put that in your stack pipe and smoke it.
It says these words make the people as wood. This is like fire. Verse 9. So Obadiah chapter 1, verse 9 in the King James. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right, who them Temanites, been them Germans. All right, going all the way back to the World Wars, World War I, World War II. The Germans, man, they was the ones that created all these the super technologies for weapons of warfare, man. The Manhattan Project, all Edomites, of course, but Temanites, okay.
Temanites, yeah.
Then after the World War II, the German scientists went to Russia and in America, okay.
Yep.
Who makes the who makes them good cars, man? Them Germans, boy, make some good cars. They're just wise men, man. We can't take that from them. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scriptures say. They wise men of Teman. You know, they're on point with the technology. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and what? But they ain't got no understanding no more because what? They've already created what they were created to make. How about that?
That's the point.
So what else they need to do? That's why they're the wisdoms. What give this nigga a Nobel Peace Prize for what? Shit.
Peace. That's an oxymoron when it comes to Edomite.
Right.
Hey, but like you said though, he already created everything he needed to create. Now you got to push that button on the Lord's side.
Right. You know? If Esau, let's look at Esau for you brothers out there to understand economics and whatnot, stocks. Let's look at Esau as a stock, right? Thousands of years ago, before he came into power, his stock was real low. Then Alexander the Great came. The stock started skyrocketing. I'm talking about Scott through the roof, breaking records. Then it started fluctuating a little bit, because it kind of hit, some lows. It went down. Then the Romans came. Then it skyrocketed even further. Then it went on decline again. 1,000 years came. It hit a bottom. It went all the way down. They were bankrupt. The stock crashed. And then they came back. All right, after those 1,000 years, the Renaissance, and it started going up. And then America came along and it skyrocketed again, even past the Greeks in the ancient Roman Empire. America skyrocketed that stock. But guess what? That stock coming right back down, and it's on a steep decline as we speak. Niggas is selling bonds and shit, burning houses. Because they see the stock is crashing, man. If Esau was a stock, man, he's over. He's through. It's not coming. He's not bouncing back. Because his purpose has been served, and now he's going to serve his last purpose, but it's going to be at a very low stock. You know what I'm saying? They're just keeping it alive because he got to bury bodies and serve 1,000 long hardcore years of hardcore slavery.
Rightfully so.
But we talked about this before. He's gonna be a horrible servant because he's a piece of shit. He can't work out in the sun, but he's gonna be forced to do it. And if it takes him 100 years to build one house, then damn it, then he gonna do it. If it ain't perfect, it's gonna be destroyed. He gonna start again until he get it right. And if he never gets it right after 1,000 years, then so be it. But he gonna do that for 1,000 years if that's what it takes. If it takes 1,000 years to build that little hut for the donkeys outside, then damn it, that's what it's gonna do. because we demand perfection. We're gonna demand perfection in the kingdom of heaven, and we already know Esau is completely against perfection. So if it takes 1,000 years to build a little hut for the donkeys, for one donkey, then that will be your judgment in the kingdom of heaven. 1,000 years, some long ass days too. You know what I'm saying? Long ass days of just building this shit and then having a taskmaster break it in your face, tell you to start over again tomorrow. That's gonna be a nightmare for Esau, bro.
They're gonna want to kill themselves, bro.
And that's just one thing, because who knows? You know, brothers can do whatever they want with your ass, man. Shit, you got tough times coming, Esau, man.
Bro, we got some ideas for you. We got a lot of ideas, man.
Yeah.
We're statistic when it comes to this. It says Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. And this is why. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And this is it in the NLT. Because of the violence you did to your close relatives in Israel, you'll be filled with shame and destroyed forever.
They destroyed forever, like in the Sandlot. So Esau gonna be destroyed forever. So what are people talking about? why the Lord ain't showing? And that's in the NLT, and that's in the Old Testament.
Yeah, y'all Christians read that. So what's up, man? That's the God. That's the God that still lives today. The God of the Old Testament is he don't change. So this needs to happen. This hasn't happened yet. You talk to Vocab Malone, he'd be like, "Oh, the Edomites are done away with." When did they get done away with? There's no record of that. Okay, they're still here today, and they're fit in prophecy. They're what you would call today. Okay, and again, I'm not using a blanket. I don't want to use a blanket, but so we'll say so-called white men. Okay,
yep. The wicked,
specifically the ones that are in power. But of course, any Edomite.
Well, what's the best way we can tell? Because again, like brother said, just because you look like a certain way don't make you an Edomite. But here's the good way to see who the Edomites are. Turn on your television.
There you go.
And look at those people up there in Washington, in the Ukraine presidency, the Russian presidency, all these people up in power. Edomites. Then you come back and argue your stance. After you look at all the nation's leaders, come back. Or, in Africa, in Zimbabwe, nigga, okay, well, who's paying him? Okay, then get back to us.
Right, follow the money. It goes back to Edomites, bro. You could go to Mexico and them. You could go to South American country where it's mostly Jake. But who's running them countries? It goes back to the Edomites. All right, so don't miss us with that bullshit, bro. We know what we're talking about. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You're done. All right, verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them.
Yeah, and that's when the Babylonians came and sacked Jerusalem. All right, Edomites was in there. They was in there looting. Here it is. They complain about niggas looting today, but this was going on. They was looting when Jerusalem was being sacked, when the Babylonians was coming in. And what was Esau saying? Raise it.
Yep, I got it.
You got it? All right, spirit. Got it.
Yeah, so Psalm 137, and we're going to start at verse 7.
And so, like it real quick, this is looting. What brother about to read? This is looting. They was looting back then, man. Watching the Babylonians come through, all right, with the modern day police running through the goods and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then what? They was looting because what? Israel, they weren't poor. They had the temples had the most riches, man. Gold, everything made of gold, silver, and all these precious things in there. So they was in there stealing it like Jake be stealing TVs and shoes and during looting. You know what I'm saying? Burning shit down. You know, so that's the Edomite shit right here, man.
Yeah, we learned that from the Edomites, bro. Yeah. They did that first. We was never doing shit like that. They was doing it. They the real niggas.
And we about to read it. Yeah.
So it says verse 7 again. So this is Psalm 137. Verse 7. Remember, it says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it.
Real quick. So like I said, remember them, because why? Because we just read Obadiah, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side. All right, in the day that the strangers carried away the captives. So this is that day that we're reading about. So go ahead again, Salakia.
Yep. I'll read it again. Verse 7. Psalm 137, verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So we need the Lord to remember that, because he did that. All right. This is also what he did. I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 8. Oh, daughter of Babylon. And that right there, that's how we know that we can tie the Edomites to Babylon. All right? Because it's telling you right here. Oh, daughter of Babylon. What the fuck? Oh, daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. How do you serve us? You served us with a whole plate of violence and hate. Okay? Verse 9.
Yeah, so it goes to show you that judgment was for the daughter of Babylon, not the Babylonians themselves.
There it is.
Even though Esau was partaking in that, their judgment would come later on. Once they did it again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Lord gonna do that to you. You spoiled the Most High's chosen. Now the Lord Yahweh is gonna send His only begotten Son, which was an Israelite, if you didn't know, to come spoil you, the arch enemy of Israelites.
Arch enemy of Israelites.
And who was the father of Israel? Yahushua, as Isaac in the reincarnation, if you can receive it. So of course He's gonna come back and defend His people. Go ahead though.
Verse 9, Psalm 137 and 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And that's something that you did to our people, bro. Yep. That's you. This artwork on it. Okay, what you did to the Native Americans. You did it. So when you think you're just gonna ride off into the sunset, no, don't work that way, bro. You're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to see your little ones get slaughtered. Let me get another precept real quick before we go back to Obadiah. In the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. I'll just start at the top, read it real quick. Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is likened unto the Edomites, and you can get that in the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
Verse 3, and say unto it,
you. All right, I think the brother got cut off. Let me go.
I'm back.
You back? Okay, come on. All right, go ahead.
It's tripping.
Yeah, it froze for a second there. Go ahead, though. I can hear you. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Satan. Let me read this real quick, Bubba Kasha. It says, verse 3. So this is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 3. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make it most desolate. I will lay I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Here's the point. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You have a history of being that thorn in the side of Jacob, all through history, bro. And so since you love fucking with us so much, well, guess what? The Lord's gonna fuck with you right back, man. He's gonna destroy your cities. He's gonna destroy your wise men. And he's gonna completely take you out of power. And we're gonna go back to the book of Obadiah, where it says you're gonna be completely through. We'll try to get to the end of this. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 11. Now it says, I'll read it again. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. But thou should have not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. You shouldn't have done that. It says, neither should have thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their desolation. But you did. It says,
it said destruction, the day of the destruction.
Slack it. Read that part again. It says, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And you did all those things. And
they magnify themselves against the Israelites, okay? Because what you got to remember, they coming up out of captivity, under King David. Remember when they was under King David, they was in captivity. King Solomon, they was under captivity. So now they see that years later, the Babylonian finally took them down. So they was with it,
right? Of course.
Just like when Esau took us down, the other nations was with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they've been Confederate all this time, man. Fuck you and you fucking crackers, you damn devils, you fucking coolies, all right? You fucking pogo hopping Hamites.
Oh, yeah.
All right? You ugly ass Japhites, all right? Because you got some ugly ass fucking Japhites, possibly some of the ugliest people on the planet, okay? But you got some good looking women. But just type in some fucking
Aborigines
is some ugly
motherfuckers looking people, bro.
Yeah, same thing with Ham. All right, but all you fucking nations, man, you going into slavery, man. Okay, under Esau, Edom, since you wanted to coattail. But keep going, man, because we're gonna, Lord's will, we're gonna finish this chapter.
Bet. Verse 13, Obadiah 1 and 13. Thou should have not have
real quick, and some of these are gonna be pretty much self-explanatory. We'll interrupt when necessary. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Thou should have not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity.
Yea. Right, so that's what we've been talking about. So you should already know what we're talking about with these scriptures. Going when the Babylonians came in. Okay, this is what he's referring to. Go ahead, though. And again today, saying, but go ahead.
It says, yea, thou should have not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
Right, because again, they were taking gold, they were taking silver, they were taking things that were sanctified for the temple. Okay, and what are they doing today? They're taking the sanctified things of the temple, which is what the people now. It's not a physical temple anymore; it's a spiritual temple. So when you come in and start touching the elect, hey, it's the same thing you were doing back then. Go ahead, though.
Verse 14. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossways to cut off those of his. Sorry, I gotta read this again.
Can you restart over here?
Yeah, verse 14. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. So those you didn't let them try to escape. If someone tried to get through, you were right there in the crossways. Like a snitch, like a punk. It says, I just lost it. Oh, yeah,
because that's what they were doing. Jake might have gotten away. They were running because remember, that happened during the time of Jeremiah. There was people fleeing. Okay, but some of them Edomites was, hey, cry them niggas up, get them, hey, bind them up, and then taking them to the Babylonians, man.
Snitches.
Yeah, here go them brews. Here go them brews. Yeah, we saw him run them. Go ahead, though.
Khan, it says, neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress.
Mm-hmm.
For the day of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, is near upon all the heathen.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so now it's upon all the heathen because what? They partook in all it all. So now the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. Okay? You all getting the same playbook that Esau finna get. But Esau gonna get the worst, though. The worst of it. Because his whole kingdom is gonna be destroyed. And then he's gonna be the new niggas in the new niggers in the kingdom. All right? Beginning with Amalek, the small hat community. Go ahead, though.
Quick precept. Lamentations 2 and 15. All they that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee, they hiss and gnash their teeth, they say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for, we have found, we have seen it. So all you heathen, you know, you once you saw an opening, y'all went, y'all took us down, man.
Yeah, man. And remember, because it started with the northern kingdom under the Assyrians. The Assyrians was the first captivity, right? And they was they was vigorous on the southern kingdom as well, but not as bad as on the northern kingdom. But nonetheless, it began with them. So, but it was fully fulfilled when all the tribes were under somebody. Okay, when the Babylonian came, you know, they called it the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. You know, it started with the Assyrians because the Babylonian Empire were Assyrian running it. But nonetheless, you know, it changed because it went to the capital of Babylon. But nonetheless, there's another video for another day. So, you know, yeah. So once Babylon fully took down Israel as a whole, okay, which were the Assyrians, the same people, they got the rest of the tribes, the southern kingdom. Then the other nations hopped in on board. That's when they say, all right, cool. This is the day we've been looking for. Now let's keep putting them on, and they just kept passing Israel around as fucking Pokemon cards. Boom, boom, boom. You know, to the point where the Northern Kingdom had to leave. They left, and then they just got tossed around. Well, you know, some of them stayed, but nonetheless, the majority was the Southern Kingdom with the sprinkle of the Northern Kingdom in there. But they went from the Babylonians to the Medians, the Median, you know, Japhet, to the Persians, Elam, then the Greeks, and then the Romans. Okay, and you know, that's not even mentioning, you know, in Far East. Okay, you know, and you know, far east, you know, further east, because you know, Jacob scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, but those are the main captivities that the scriptures speak about. So that's what we worried about. We don't give a damn about the Ming dynasty, because the Ming dynasty ain't got nothing to do with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So we worried about what the scriptures say and who the captivities of Israel were. Ming dynasty, because for all we know, fucking what's his name? The dude from China, the Mongoloid that they say most.
His name is
Genghis Khan. For all we know, he could have been a Jake with all them damn kids, man. Shit. But nonetheless, that's irrelevant because it ain't in the scriptures. Okay? But the point is, you know, after that, the Babylonians came in, you know, as we're reading, this is when, especially Esau, Edom, because that's what the scripture is pointing out right now. That's what they said, okay, this is it. Remember, they had a problem with Esau. Esau had a problem with Jake going back to the womb, man. See, going back to Cain and Abel. But, you know, when the you know, the Edomites wouldn't allow the Israelites to go through the wilderness, you know, or I think it was the King's Highway or something like that, which was Amalek. Okay. So this has been the hatred. They've hated us for a while, and they saw the opportunity to strike, and they never let off. And then when they came into power as the Greeks, they started mashing the gas. The Romans came around, they mashed it a little harder. Then the 1,000 years came, so they had to let off the gas completely. And then when they came back into power, man, they flooring it. Since then, they've been flooring it. But what? The motor finna blow. The oil finna go everywhere. The motor's done. It's through, nigga. You know, you've been flooring it for way too long. The motor can handle it. You know, so that piston's finna fly through the hood. But keep going, brother. Or do you had some more on the precept?
Oh no, I'm back in Obadiah.
All right, Con.
Obadiah 1:15. It says, For the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Okay, and this is what we're talking about. Okay, you're gonna have to drink of that cup. There's no getting around it. Okay, you did it to us. You're gonna get it back double according to the scriptures. Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. So
it's talking about because remember, this is a book. This is something Obadiah left behind for the Israelites to read. All right, that's why he said, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain." Who drunk upon the holy mountain? As the Israelites. You know, we had to go through the captivities, the slavery, the horrible things. I mean, ain't nobody ever gone through shit like we have gone through, man. Or as a people, no one on this planet no other nation has gone through the things we've gone through, man. Because we're the strongest people. We're the only people that could go through this, okay? No other nation could go through the slavery and the rape, robbery, and murder and the oppression that our people has gone through. They couldn't make it. Just imagine another person, just to substitute us for Esau or for a Moabites. Imagine, or some Elam. It ain't gonna happen. Egypt. What made Egypt great? The Israelites. Imagine if it would have been some Moabites building pyramids, man. Come on, man. Or some Edomites. Or some fucking Hamites. The Hamites didn't do it for a reason, man. Shit. Matter of fact, Joseph had to take over because them niggas was so damn retarded. Them damn stupid ass Hamites. Joseph had to take over. They didn't know what the hell was going on. Nobody could answer Pharaoh's dream. You know, if it wasn't for him, Egypt would have been destroyed. So I don't know why these fucking comedic niggas talking about Egypt was so great. And Israelites made it great.
Israelites made it great. We made that place great. We make every kingdom great. It says,
and that's So again, so the Lord, which I don't want to keep it too long, but the scriptures that say that if we had to go, the Lord's chosen people had to go through it. What's going to come to these people, man?
God damn.
So go ahead.
Bet. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, and brothers broke that down, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had been not been, rather. And it says,
it's self-explanatory, man. They're gonna have to throw it down, man. Ain't gonna be no chasers. Ain't gonna be no sippy cups. Just like you used to feed Jake because they didn't want to eat. They was on a slave strike. Knock their teeth out and force food down their stomachs. Well, that's how you're gonna have to take the judgment. Esau and the rest of you nations. Go ahead.
Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So we're going to flip now. We're going to take your stuff. It's going to be given unto us. But scripture says we're going to take the kingdom. But everything is rightfully ours. All right. This world is ours. Okay. Right now, it's not ours right now because what we went off. So the Lord put us in this punishment, rightfully so. But ultimately, everything's going to go right back to its rightful state. And it said Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Hey, because we want some get back. Like that, he might have said that day. Or hell, he might remember the bug. I want some get back too.
Oh, that one.
I want some get back. Hey, well, shit. You come wrestle with us, shit. If he was a funny guy, I ain't gonna lie, he's funny. But nonetheless, man, hey, the Israelites finna get some payback, boy. Like James Brown said, payback, the big payback. And the Lord is gonna be Yahweh Shai's vengeance, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna be the one to lead the charge. Okay. Go ahead, though.
Boom. Verse 18. And this is where it gets good.
Yes, sir.
It says, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau. So now we're talking about the whole nation of Israel. So, northern and southern kingdom. And then it says what? And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. So you're gonna be completely through. It's likening the nation of Israel as a fire and a flame, and it's likening you Edomites, right? You so-called white people, the ones that are in power. We're talking about you specifically, likening you want to stubble. What does fire do to stubble? It devours it. So this is in the Bible. This is a heavy prophecy that hasn't happened yet, and and you Edomites are gonna have to live through it.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, I got a precept to go for that verse as well.
Sure.
Let me, if I may skillfully add on.
By all means.
It's Psalms chapter 21, and I'll read the first verse and then jump down. Psalms 21, verse 1. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Yahweh, and in thy salvation, how greatly shall he rejoice. So let me jump down to verse 8. I just wanted to read that, preface it, okay? This is a Psalm of David, okay? Verse 8, Psalms 21, verse 8. This is going to go with Obadiah, verse 18, what the brother just read. Verse 8, Psalms 21, 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Who's that right hand? Verse 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. So again, the brother just reading of how Joseph, all right, and Jacob are going to come together to make Esau for stubble, right? So let me read that verse 9 again. It says, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Who? The enemies of the Lord, which is first and foremost Esau, Edom. Verse 10, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. So this is specifically King David is talking about the Edomites right here. Because who the Lord going to get rid of from the face of the earth, man? From among the children of the earth. Destroy them from the earth. Okay, let me keep reading though. Verse 11, for they let me read it again. Verse 9 again. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. What should come to mind? Isaiah 66, 15 and 16. Mm-hmm. Verse 10. Their fruit shall thou destroy from among the earth, which means, what's the fruit? Their children. And the Lord will destroy them from the face of the earth. We just read it in Obadiah. Okay? And their seed from among the children of men. Verse 11, for they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Who's that talking about, boy? Drop to the mic.
Word, man. You know, I just got something coming for you, bro. This is gonna be a big deal because you guys are on top right now, man. And to see how this ends up, man, it's gonna be a pleasure to be alive in that day to see that. Verse 19, Obadiah 1 and 19.
Yep.
And the day of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead.
Yeah, and if when in the verse of Philistines is where modern day Palestine is, okay, that's where Palestine goes back to where it's Philistine. So even those people are imposters as well. Talking about Palestinian, yeah. So just understand it. So pretty much we're gonna receive back our land, okay? You know, where the tribes had their own lands back then, but now it's gonna be expanded. But it's gonna be really. Well, I ain't gonna say it, but really, that land is gonna be for the elect, man. And Yahweh Shai is gonna be in, Jerusalem or wherever he got his house at. You know, maybe if David got a city. So we gonna have our prospective land, but every Israelite can't live there because there's too much of us. We as the sand of the sea. So it would only make sense that the governing body would live there. I speak as a man, but. Shit, as we become the sand of the sea again, we're gonna have to spread our seed wide and far, if you know what I mean. Okay. So, just throwing that in there, just to exhort you to fight more, man, because everybody can't have a house in Israel. Think about that. They can't all live next to Yahweh Shai's neighbor, Nobody can live, not everybody can live a permanent address in the homeland where we got to come to for the high holy days, because we're going to have kids in planets and other sides of the world. You know what I'm saying? So our permanent address will be here next to Yahweh Shai ruling, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to be moving around just like the leaders do on this world. You see them doing. Okay. Right. These are the things we got to think of, man. We looking and that's not even doing it justice, really. We're fighting for a reward. We're not doing this for no reason, man. Okay. All right, and let's keep going though. Let's keep going because we got a couple verses left, but the end is the best part. Okay,
yes,
the end is the best. Go ahead, dude.
2 more verses. So this is verse 20 of Obadiah, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that even says, damn. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath.
Wait, real quick. And what was the position of the Canaanites? The land of Israel. Okay. The land flowing with milk and honey. Go ahead.
Yep. Even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is and
This is the captive, the captives.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Does it?
You see
the captivity. I got captivity on mine.
Oh, you got okay. Let's say cap. Okay, so like yeah, you're right. You're good. You're good.
All right.
Good.
It says, "In the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south." Verse 21. And here's the
if you got, that's why you got to know these maps, man. Judah was their land was in the south. Okay. Okay, and the northern kingdom or the southern kingdom, period, their land was farther south. The majority, that's why you had the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. It explains itself, but mainly Judah, that's where it was closer to Edom. You know, that's why they're gonna inherit Edom. But go ahead.
Right. Verse 21, Obadiah 1 and 21, it says, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
There you go. Maybe the saviors, man.
Yeshua.
The Lord set up saviors, man. Well, yeah, and I got his quick scripture. Yeshua, yeah. Like Yahweh, man. All right, let me get this quick scripture though. Bear with me 1 second. This is First Timothy, verse 4. And verse 16. 1 Timothy 4 and 16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. But that's why there's many saviors. Pursuant to John 17. Okay. Read the book of John 17. It tells you about the word that was given unto those men through Yahweh Shai. Because the word was given from Yahweh to Yahweh Shai, and then Yahweh Shai gave the word to those men that he prayed for. And then he also prayed for those that are going to believe on their words. And right here it just said, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. That links with Jeremiah, John chapter 17. All right. And with Obadiah verse 21. Men and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion. You seeing the government of Israel rise up as we speak. Okay. The governing body that's going to rule under Yahweh side is on YouTube. You can find them on YouTube. Your future leaders are on YouTube as we speak. And you think they're losers, they're bums, but they're the future leaders of this world, the galaxies under Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So, hey, that's all I got to say about that.
Hey man, this should pump you up, man. This should keep you in the spirit to serve the Lord as we get closer and closer to the end. All these things that are happening on the earth is for our sake. We're able to break it down through prophecy and exalt you, brothers. All right, and you know our elders exalt us, and us to you, because hey, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time. We're getting ready to get into a very turbulent time on the earth, and after that, that's when the kingdom comes. Okay, but we have to get through where we're at right now. We have to get to the next part, and then we can get to the end. We're very close, but you know, right now we're still in slavery. So you know, just keep watching, keep praying. Scriptures tell you to watch and pray. All right, so we need to continue to do that. But you had anything to add?
No.
All right. Yeah, it's went kind of long, but you know, this is to the spirit. This is how we do it. You know, hey man.
So, hey, if it's what 21 verses. It took an hour and 23 minutes. So, hey,
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, brother.
If you want to learn, shit, you'll watch the video. If not, then hey, that's okay too.
Yeah, ain't tripping over that. Hey, this is what we do. This is our profession, you know, and you know we're gonna get paid for it. Okay, and you brothers that are listening, you're gonna get paid, you know, for believing. You know, we're almost there. So with that. We're going to say, call hello, Yahweh. And we're going to give double honors to our elders and the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who've been ruling and teaching well. Salutation to all you brothers on the four corners of the globe. You brothers and sisters listening and learning. Shalom. Peace.
Shalom.